What's up, y'all? Shadypeach here. Sorry for the hiatus. I know it's been a while since we last talked. I'm not dead. I am still here. I have been moving. So you guys probably noticed I got a little bit of a different background behind me. I'm still in the process of moving. I'm getting my own space, my own office, and I'm waiting for equipment to arrive. I'm waiting for a desk. It says it's going to be here in like about a week. So right now I'm in my living room and I'm filming videos as best I can. So I'm sorry that I haven't pumped out a lot of content recently, just because with the move and packing, and sometimes things that you pack will be underneath things in a box and you can't find the thing that you need to do the thing. So anyway, that's why I've not done any content recently, just because I've been trying to get situated and settled. But we're back. I'm glad we at least managed to do all of the Reign of Jafar opening before the hecticness of moving dawned upon us. So right now we are still taking a little bit of a break from Reign of Jafar, just because it's a rough set. It's a rough set. It's got beautiful enchanteds, but there's nothing really to chase right now in terms of like the rest of the value of the cards, like legendaries, or like there are a few rares that are pretty decent, but I don't feel like I'm getting too much of a value unless I hit an enchanted in Reign of Jafar, which we still haven't done. So what we're going to be doing today, we're going to go ahead and open up a booster box of Arcasia's Island, and I also do have a few loose packs of Rise of the Floodborne. We haven't touched that set in a little bit, so I just saw some of those at my card shop, so I just wanted to snag them. It's just 5. It's not too big a deal. And then I also have some enchanteds that we managed to get through our mail, through eBay. So I'll go ahead and show you guys those as well. So let's go ahead and get right to it. So here is our box. Here's our packs. But before we get into that, I have a couple enchanteds that I want to show you guys. So we have 2 first chapter PSA 10 enchanteds that we managed to snag on eBay for a really good price. There's a major FOMO that I'm feeling, especially right now, because they did say, Ravensburger did say, they will not be reprinting any enchanteds from the first chapter. I think just enchanteds in general. They do not plan to do reprints in general for enchanteds. So because of that, unless they restock the first couple chapters, once they stop printing, that's it. It's a one and done kind of thing. So yeah, as I was saying, we did buy a couple of these enchanteds from the first chapter just because we wanted to have a couple under our belt, because the only one that we have at the moment is Mickey Mouse Artful Rogue. So now we have Hades, which is considered the cheapest first chapter enchanted, but it's still a first chapter enchanted. And then this one has been my chase for the first chapter. I know Elsa, Tinkerbell, and Stitch are more expensive than this, but to me, this one is the most beautiful artwork. I really think the Aurora Enchanted was ahead of its time. It just looks stunning. Even though it's not like a meta-defining card, I just really think it's cool. And I wanted to have there's no other Enchanted Auroras other than the one that just came out for Arcasia's Island. So it would be cool to get the original Aurora, just to have it side by side with Maleficent one day, if we manage to get the Maleficent Monstrous Dragon Champion card. Just saying, it's possible. But yeah, I'm glad we were able to secure a couple of these. Will I be getting more first chapter enchanteds? Don't know. Who's to say? First chapter is getting really, really expensive, but it'll be interesting to see once rotation hits what happens to the prices of all of these cards and all these sealed products. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and open these up. I'm going to go ahead and start with Rise of the Floodborne so we can just strictly focus on Arcasia's Island. So let's go ahead and get the Rise of the Floodborne packs out of the way, and let's see what we have in store. As you all know, we are going to be, well, we're pretty much like in 3-4 weeks of Reign of Jafar right now, and the big thing that everyone is just waiting for is Fable. Fable is the thing everyone is talking about, and rotation. So Rise of the Floodborne is a set that will be rotated out, but who's to say what cards are going to be reprinted and which ones are going to be gone forever. So just like to open up these packs from time to time. First chapter I think is a little bit better of an idea to keep it just sealed, but I want to see if I can try to get a few more enchanteds for Floodborne, Inklands, and Ursula if possible, before they just stop printing them all together. And we have most of Into the Inklands as enchanteds, but wouldn't mind getting the others. Good old Popsicle. I'm really hoping this card's reprinted. I would kill for a Popsicle enchanted. like #1 enchanted request that I would have for a reprint would be that. We got Bashful, Queen of Hearts, Dragon Gem, Grand Palby. All right. You know what's interesting, actually? This guy's actually worth a little bit of money, the foil version of Flaversham. Even in Infinity format, he is banned still, but people do seem to covet a foil Flaversham just to think of a simpler time or more chaotic time. This was just a few months ago, so it wasn't that long ago. But that's kind of funny that we got both of these bad boys in the same pack. That's really funny, actually. All right. Rest in peace to our favorite toy maker. I hope one day he comes back. As a red-blue enjoyer, I really hope one day we see him again. All right, back to it. What else we got? We got Nothing to Hide. Eudora. Dropped stuff. We got Cusco. What Did You Call Me? Improvise. Magic Broom. Robin Hood. Cheshire Cat. 4 Dozen Eggs. Noai. Madam M. Fox. Okay, not too bad. And Most Diabolical Scheme. For some reason, people are also buying up a bunch of Madam M. Foxes right now. I'm assuming maybe someone knows something I don't, but I could see them reprinting Fox. I just really hope they don't reprint all of the Madam M package. Like, Rabbit especially. Rabbit, get out of here with that. I am tired of that guy. But I could see them doing maybe Crab and Fox, but maybe get Snake and Rabbit out of here, just to be fair. We got Minnie Mouse, Hypnotize, Prince Naveen, Snow White, Blue Fairy, Sword in the Stone, Namari, Yzma, and Merlin Squirrel. He can stick around. Merlin Squirrel, he can stick around. I have no problem with him. All right, final pack for Rise of the Floodborne. Let's see, does it have anything left to say? What do we got, Floodborne? What do we got? All right, we got The Knock, Snow White, Elsa, Lady Tremaine, Varana, Tiana, Pacha, Tiana again. We got Merlin Goat. We got Radigan. There we go. We did hit a legendary, although obviously one that's not played. And final card for Rise of the Floodborne. Wow, what the heck? What the heck? Is that a first? Has that ever happened before? To get this dual legendary looking thing going on? That's pretty crazy. That would have been cool if it was the Enchanted version. That would have been really cool, but to get the foil version right behind the original, that's pretty cool, actually. All right, I mean, how do I put this? They've basically said that they will be reprinting cards from older sets. So if certain cards are reprinted, people are going to want the originals, just because they're harder. They're going to be harder to come by because they're going to be scarcer sets and more expensive. So because of that, maybe hang on to your foil legendaries that you have from older sets, at least for collector's sake. All right, now for the main event. We are going to go ahead and open up an Arcasia Island booster box in all its glory. I love this set. I don't know if I've sung this set's praises enough. I would say Shimmering Skies and Arcasia Island are like tied for first when it comes to the best looking enchanted artwork. And honestly, I really liked both of the formats for both of those sets. Shimmering Skies was the set that we went to DLC Vegas and we made top 32. Arcasia Island, we won our very first set champs, so it was very personal for both of them. And then I pulled Tamatoa Enchanted in Arcasia Island, and then for Shimmering Skies, I'm trying to remember what I pulled. I think we pulled a Snow White Enchanted, which is all right. It's all right. It's not bad. All right. So yeah, I've loved both of these sets. I've gone on record before to say Into the Inklands is my favorite, just because the Rockstar Stitch experience was pretty crazy. My very first set champs and managing to make the top 4 is like a core memory. With red-blue when I was in a sea of red-purple everywhere. But I don't know. I think Arcasia Island or Shimmering Skies probably takes the cake. It's hard to say. But all the sets have been fun in their own way. I've said it 1,000 times. I will say it again. The artwork for Azurite Sea is probably my least favorite, but man, did I kick butt with the DKP deck in Azurite Sea. That was a lot of fun. All right, next up we got So Much to Give. Toby, Dolores Madrigal, Belle, Pete, Jafar, Mole, Deny, Emerald Coil, Tramp, Devil's Eye Diamond, and Unconventional Tool. You guys remember when everyone thought that this card was going to be busted and overused everywhere, and now we never see it? Yeah, me too. Me too. There's going to be a lot of cards like that. I feel like for every set. Lots of hype, but I don't think it's a bad card. Things like that could come back. Who's to say? All right, we got Roger Radcliffe, The Matchmaker, Taka, Pepper, Yzma, Training Staff, Thunderbolt, Hey Hey. We got Anna, Gontu. There we go. We got our first legendary. We have the Return of Hercules and a Spaghetti Dinner. All right. Not too shabby. I think Return of Hercules actually does have some potential coming up. What was it with? With the Mickey Mouse that just came out in Reign of Jafar, the big Mickey. People are talking about comboing that with Return of Hercules. So there's something there. There's something there. All right, next up we got Pepe Madrigal, Unconventional Tool. We got Honey Marin, Honey Lemon, Growenge, TikTok, Peg, Helga Sinclair, Pascal, Clarabelle, we got Mulan, and a Miss Bianca. All right. Yeah, I definitely got burned in Reign of Jafar, so I do still want to try to get at least one enchanted before the format's over, but not too concerned with chasing that set too much. I'd rather open up older sets like Shimmering and this. So I'll probably want to open up Azurite Sea before I open up Reign of Jafar. Another reason why I'm also a little salty about Reign of Jafar is because I'm really into Aladdin, so I had really high standards. And the only enchanted for the Aladdin characters is Jasmine. That's it. That's the only one, and she's already an enchanted character. I was hoping we'd get an enchanted Iago, an enchanted Abu, you know, just maybe. We do have an enchanted Jafar. We do have an enchanted Aladdin and Genie, but they're not that great. Would be cool to get some meta-defining ones, but we'll see. We'll see what the future holds. All right, we got Dawson and a Duchess. Boom. The Reign of Jafar Enchanted Set Champs card looks pretty cool, but I don't really count that as being part of the set. I mean, technically it is a card that's in the set, but it's not an enchanted that you can pull. It's something that you have to earn, which is fine. I mean, I'll do my best to try to, in my best capability. All right, we got Orville, Maurice's Machine, Ruby Coil, Tweedledee Tweedledum, John Silver, Kanai, and a Mole. All right, one legendary so far. What kind of box is this going to be? Guys, remember in my previous video where I showcased that one booster box only gave us 3 legendaries while the other gave us 7. So anything could happen. So we'll see. All right, we got Unconventional Tool, Honey Marin, Toulouse, Growenge, Razul, Sven, Sir K, Yokai, Daisy Duck, We've Got Company, and a Clarabelle. Keeping it suspenseful, as per usual. That's the Arcasia Island way. Okay. Next up, we got Spaghetti Dinner, Grandmother Fa, Panic, Titus, Berlioz, Training Staff, The Prince, Penny, Archimedes, Iago. That's pretty good, actually. We do need one of those. And a lady. That's not too bad. And Honey Marin. Okay, I was hoping for a triple threat. Those are pretty good cards to pull, actually. So we'll put those to the side. Iago is a card that's very much used in Blurple and Ruby Amethyst, so We will be needing that guy. All right. Next up, we have Calhoun, Stabbington Brother, Tanana, Moana, Hirohamada, Kakamora, Koda, Mufasa. What is this? This guy messed it up. No at the end of his name. Ink Geyser, Raya, and Mufasa. Pause for just 1 sec. All right, and we're back. Sorry, I'm getting a lot of interruptions today, guys. All right. Well, that was that pack. I think Ink Geyser is actually still a pretty solid card, so I will put that to the side. And I think that there is a lot of potential for it still. All right, so we still only have 1 legendary, so we're hoping that changes. Let's see. No, I mean, it's got to change, right? Has anyone gotten no legendaries in a box? I really hope that's not the case. That's a real bummer if that's happened to you. I'm so sorry. We got Candlehead, Grandmother Fa, Panic, Matitus, Jafar, Jebediah Farnsworth, Madame Medusa, Anastasia, Rhino, King Candy, and Grandmother Fa. Okay. Alright, where's the good stuff? Where's the good stuff? Oof. Alright, next up, we've got Bolt, Queen of Hearts, Bucky, Baymax's Charging Station, Drizella, Bolt, the Prince, Li Shang, Archimedes, Jasmine. We have Pete, that's pretty good, and a Berlioz. Always happy to see Pete unless he's being played against me. All right. Where are the legendaries? No Tremaines and no Blues, please. That is my request. All Tamatoas and Scrooge McDucks and whatever that guy's name is from Jungle Book that I can't remember right now. Oh my gosh, what's his name? Not Mowgli, not Baloo. What's the panther's name? Can't remember. We got Pongo. Hey, that's not bad. All right, we got a foil legendary. We got the Queen Jealous Beauty. This card was used when the set first arrived. I don't think it's necessarily a bad card, but it's not the best. But for a foil legendary, I will take it. There's definitely a lot of worse targets. I think there's definitely potential with this card. And with rotation, it's really hard to say what's going to be good and what's not. So we'll definitely sleeve that up. That's pretty good. All right. What else we got? All right, so we have 2 legendaries now. One of them foil. Now, what is next? We got another Bolt. There's a lot of bolts in this set. We got Bucky, Baymax Charging Station, Drizella, Dr. Calico, Sapphire Coil, Beagle Boys, Mr. Smee, Goofy, Hiro Hamada, and Devil's Eye Diamond. All right. Let's see. What else have we got? Next up, we have Candlehead, Stabbington Brother, Treasure Guardian, Monsieur de Roque, Wake Up Alice, Miss Bianca, Mirabelle Madrigal, Steel Coil, Diablo, we have Tramp, Milo Thatch, and a Honey Lemon. This one looks kind of trippy to look at. It's kind of hurting my eyes a little bit, just with the extra added effect of the pop-out scroll. All right. Let's keep it going. Come on, give us some Tamatoas. Always love to see it. These aren't bad legendaries. They're actually decent, but there's certainly a lot better. Come on, we got Aquila, the Troubadour, Double Trouble, Giant Cobra, Madam Mim, Basil, and Dr. Calico. Okay. Down to, I think what is it? The final 7. Holy cow, we got here pretty quick. That was really quick. All right. What do we got? What do we got? we got Mariano Guzman, Out of Order, Braja, Penny the Orphan, Lady, Training Staff, Mirabelle Madrigal, Steel Coil, Pascal, Show Me More, another Gantu, that's pretty good, and a Candlehead. I am going to actually put Show Me More to the side because I have been seeing it pop up a little bit more in aggro decks. I don't think it's a bad card by any means. And it kind of forces your opponent to draw, like it's not a choice. So if mill decks ever become a thing, it actually has some pretty good potential. So, not a whole lot in this. I mean, the staples are decent, but I think that's just because the set is decent. But not a whole lot of legendaries so far. We're hoping there's some others. We don't have too many packs left. Let's see. Got Lady Cluck, the Phantom Blot, Cusco, Clarabelle, Faju, and a Bell, Mechanical Engineer. Come on. Don't two legendaries? No, there's got to be more than just that. There's got to be more. Let's not break a record of least amount of legendaries we've ever gotten. All right, we got Spaghetti Dinner, Stabbington Brother, Elsa, Monsieur de Roque, TikTok, Restoring the Heart, Moana. We got Perla, Mushu, very nice. I forgot about this guy. There we go. There we go. Okay, a pretty decent legendary at that. Okay, we got Scrooge McDuck and a Mushu in the same pack. And a Panic. All right, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Now it's a box. Now it's a box. That's a decent box. We want more. We want more. We definitely want more. Okay, we at least have 3 legendaries. And you know what? They're not bad. They're not bad legendaries. This is my coping mechanism, by the way. And this is me telling myself that it's good. All right, we got Hiro Hamada, Calhoun, Sabug, Tanana, Robin Hood, Kakamora. We got Mole, Beagle Boys, Mr. Smee, Chernabog. Dude, nice. That's his name, Bagheera. Okay, okay, we're getting good legendaries in this box. I will take it. Bagheera, Guardian Jaguar, and a Stabbington Brother. There we go. Other than Tamatoa, we got the 2 out of 3 of the best legendaries in the set. I will gladly take it. And we got Return Hercules and the Queen as a foil. Okay, it's a good box. It's solid now that we got a Bagheera. And we still have 3 more packs left, so anything could happen. You never know, you never know. Let's see. What do we got? All right, final 3 packs. We got Trusty, Cogsworth, Elsa, Water as Memory, He's a Tramp, Mulan, Amber Coil, Li Sheng, Amethyst Coil, got Isabella Madrigal, Belle, and the Beagle Boys. All right, final 2 packs. Let's go ahead and get them out of there. Boom, boom. Gotta say Bolt for last. You guys know how it goes. All right. The bottom of the box was where the magic was. But is there any magic left? Let's see. All right, we have So Much to Give. Toby, Dolores Madrigal, Belle, Pete. We have Orville, Snow White, Gizmo Duck, Magical Maneuvers. We have Lucky, Restoring the Crown. Foil Troubadour. That's not too bad. Steel Song players do main that thing, so that's not too shabby. All right. All comes down to this. So much hype. Last pack. Last pack magic. All right, Arcasia Island. Let's see. What do you got? Got anything for us? You know, it'd be funny. I'd even be okay with a Tremaine. That'd even be very entertaining. All right, last pack. We got Peppa, Card Soldiers, Pain, Honey Lemon, Baymax, Razul, Amber Coil. We got Penny, Amethyst Coil, Donald Duck, Bolt, and final card of the day, a Mother Gothel. All right. Once again, no Enchanted today, but not a bad box. Not a bad box. So in terms of valuable cards, we got Pete, we got Gantu, we got Lady, we got Iago, we got an Ink Geyser, we We got a Mushu, Show Me More, a foil Troubadour, and we got 5 legendaries. One of them foil. Oh, no, wait. Sorry. 4 legendaries, one of them foil, and all pretty decent legendaries too, so not too shabby. I would say this box is a B, a solid B. Could have been an A if we got that Tamatoa, could have been an S if we got an Enchanted, but I'm pretty satisfied with this overall. I would say it was a pretty good box. Well, I'm glad to be back, guys. Like I said, I am setting up an office, I'm setting up a desk, so I'm just waiting for all that to not arrive because the office is here. I just have to make the office, but anyway, I'm trying to get settled, so just be patient with me. I'm going to try to do another few videos in between getting all that set up just to keep some content out there because I know it's been a minute. But thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like if you guys did enjoy. Be sure to subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one.